thank you for allowing us to hijack a few minutes of the service to chat with you about stewardship. I will be upfront and honest. For the first few years that I was considered an adult on paper, I avoided stewardship season. I didn't like it, I didn't understand it, and it made me very uncomfortable. Can anyone else relate to that?
So we both grew up in the Presbyterian Church, where we often were reminded that stewardship can be defined as time, talents, and treasures. Since joining First Pres, about 10 years ago, we now think about stewardship in a little bit different way, in the form of stories. So Jesus was asked a lot of different things, and he responded typically in stories or parables. So we'd like to share a few with you today.
So for those of you who don't know, I met Paul through a former leader of this church. And very early on in our marriage, we discussed how important it was for us to pledge to the church. And this is a hard topic for a couple just starting out on careers, buying a house, saving for a family, and plus, Amazon Prime.
And seeing it back in the day from a child's point of view, we both remember our parents handing us a small kids offering envelope where we put a quarter or $1 in it, and we never really understood why. We never understood what that meant. But that was showing us the importance of what you could do to support your community, even starting at a young age.
We realized early on in our marriage that it was our responsibility to contribute, and when we got married, it was no longer about you, it was about we. Genesis 2:24 speaks to the oneness that mysteriously happens before God when marriage takes place. At that point, when two literally become one. Your oneness in marriage brings about a commitment to your spouse that you are going to link arm in arm, specifically with matters of money. And we embrace the we're in this together mentality and believe that it is a commitment to walk in steps with one another. And the church gives our family so much, and we believe that giving back in the same way.
So one person that came to mind today for both of us was Carol Carter. She's sitting right there and halfway up. Carol, we know her passion for the church and all the people in it. What I've been most impressed with, particularly in the last year getting to know Carol a little bit more, is her passion with a group of women over the past who knows how many years to meet with the incarcerated women of Camden County. How many of us in this church would willingly go to a local jail to speak with women in great need? This group of women has done this for years, pre-COVID, and have been making every attempt to get back there again, despite all the obstacles that might present. If these women can go to the jail, sometimes on a weekly basis, what can we do to spread the word?
And through the eyes of our son Wyatt, Vacation Bible School might have been a core memory. He loved every part of it, from the activities to the Bible stories, which included Marvin in a bathrobe at some point, to the stories that he came home to tell us, to the crafts and the songs. This team of 20 to 25 volunteered their time to closely look after 50 of our children with an incredible week-long experience. And how many kids know more about Jesus because of VBS? If these people can spend time with our children for a full week, what can we volunteer for?
So last week we watched our children and nieces sit in Bean Parlor, and they were just stuffed with chocolate chip cookies and playing with toys on one of the round tables. It made us think, how did this happen so quickly? We remember that parlor did not always look like that, and construction takes forever these days, often behind schedule, over budget, but this happened fast. How? Why? But some people in our church stepped up and donated a really large financial amount to make it happen. And that says to me, wow, I don't know who these people are, but if they can do that, what can we do?
Yes, no one likes to talk about stewardship. It's like the elephant in the room in the fall. But imagine if we stopped talking about dwindling numbers and comparing it to the 1950s, which, by the way, was 65 years ago.
What if we start talking about the future? What a booming group of young people send their kids to preschool, choir, Sunday school, and more here. What a vibrant group of veterans have the incredible experience necessary to do great things, and do already. Imagine the possibilities if we think outside the box, volunteer, give a little bit more, and start fresh, wiping the slate clean. Imagine what we can do. Thank you.
I'll say it from the mic. Amen. Thank you.